Burkina Faso has got this department, this brand new brigade named Labal Brigade. The Labal Brigade, basically, its goal is to fix the human being, okay, to make sure that people respect the law. You cannot talk about development in Africa without talking about behavior. And I know people don't like hearing that because it feels like it reduces Africans to people that are primitive, behave some kind of funny way. I'm sorry. Have you seen some African countries? I mean, look at this. This is Kenya. Yeah, this is Kenya. You see this? This is Malawi. This is Nigeria. Okay? Yeah, okay. It's not limited to that. This is South Africa. Okay, you see this? This is DRC. Now, you see this? This is Gabon. Okay? Now, I can continue on and on and on. Oh, by the way, this is Detroit in the United States of America. Detroit. There's a lot of black people there. Okay? You cannot talk about development without talking about behavior. And I'm sorry, black people are just children from the same father but different mothers. Yeah, I don't care where you are from Haiti, from St. George, from Jamaica, Wagwan Bibas, I salute you, from New York, I don't care where you are, from Benin. You may sound different, look different, I look different than you, whatever you want. But you are children from the same father and different mothers because you have the same problems, the same demons. And I know a lot of people are here like, who is this guy talking like this? Well, brother, here we tell the truth. We tell things, we don't sugarcoat here. Okay, if you like them people that talk about things that are always sounding good, you are at the wrong place. We're not content creators here. Okay, we talk about things that are factual. We don't actually need none of this. We just need our mental. Content creators will tell you stories that you like to hear, so you can come back tomorrow and they can make money. We don't give a continental about that. If you don't like this, you can go now. You can stop the video and go. We need people that can contribute mentally. Yes, we have problems. It makes no sense. So many years after independence, about 60 years, you still cry over the same nonsense. Colonialism, slavery and stuff. Yeah, I hear that. I'm sorry all that happened to your grandfather. I understand. It's very painful. The trauma still lives on. Yes, I guess that. These people right here, the Chinese have gone through the same. Yeah, they've gone through a lot of things. You just need to go and consult the story and history book. You'll be shocked to see what has occurred. These people here from Singapore, they've gone through the same. Matter of fact, they were freed in the 1960s, same as Africans. Yes, in the same time. Look at Singapore today, my brother. Look at Singapore. Now look at Kenya. This is Kenya. Kenya is a nice place. Sorry, no offense. I love Kenya very much. Okay, look at Nigeria compared to Singapore. In the same time, they became free. Well, Singapore has no diamond. They have no lithium. Nigeria has lithium and oil and petrol and whatever you call it. Singapore has none of that. But one person in Singapore out of 35 is a millionaire in dollar. How did they get to that? Whilst Africans are still crying and dictatorship, colonialism and stuff. It's crazy. Something gotta be wrong. Something has got to be wrong with the continent and the people. Okay, let's get back on track. I know we all like that passionate talk, but there's something very interesting happening. Burkina Faso, lovely place, beautiful people. Lovely people, beautiful place. I've been there by myself and I can tell you the truth. I can vote for them. Some of the best Africans I've met. Now, in Burkina Faso, something very interesting is happening right now. They've opened up a brigade, a brand new brigade. You remember my entry sentence? It was, you remember it? You cannot talk about development in Africa without talking about behavior. Yes. Now, Burkina Faso's president, this man right here that you probably know, Ibrahim Traoré, has understood that in order to fix Africa, it's not about building infrastructure. If you don't fix the behavior, they're going to destroy the infrastructure. So you gotta fix people's behavior first before you provide them jobs and trains and buses. I'm sorry, it sounds weird, but it is the truth. Now, Burkina Faso has got this department, this brand new brigade named Labal Brigade. The Labal Brigade, basically, its goal is to fix the human being, okay, to make sure that people respect the law. The Labal Brigade was created by Burkina Faso government in June 2025. What does Labal mean? Labal comes from a Fulfulde word, meaning integrity, honesty, and uprightness. What is their goal? The goal is very simple: promoting civic responsibility, reinforcing public order, and encouraging cleanliness and citizen awareness. Let's watch what they're doing right now.
This Thursday, July 17, 2025, on the right side of Ouagadougou, the Labal Civic Brigade was on duty. Under the leadership of Police Lieutenant Ouseni Kondombo, the unit is conducting an awareness day to promote cleanliness, respect for public spaces, and civic discipline.
Okay, promote cleanliness, the respect of public space, and civilness. I mean, That's supposed to be something your father will do to you. I mean, your parents. But I'm sorry, brother. This is Africa. Things go the other side around. That's what I meant to say. This is Africa. Well, your father may have told you not to do this and that. Because you've seen the neighbor do it so much, you start doing it. You think it's normal. Well, there's a brigade to tell people to stop doing nonsense in the country. Let's continue watching.
Are numerous.
Look at that.
Illegal occupations, wastewater connections to the gutters, waste dumped in the open. These are practices that go against the spirit of the progressive popular revolution led by the president of Faso, Captain Ibrahim Traoré. Orders are given, clean up, restore things to their original state, and clear away up.
Okay, Ibrahim Traoré will not accept nonsense. Don't bring nonsense, uncleanliness, rubbish. Don't do that. Don't do that. Let's continue.
The brigade intervenes inside the courtyards, tracks down illegal connections, dismantles kiosks built over the gutters, and reminds everyone of their responsibilities.
Absolutely. Look at the trash. Pick up your trash. Ain't nobody gonna pick up your trash for you. The government it's not their responsibility. Okay, the government may assign people to do that job, but before they get to that point, you first need to show maturity. Okay, they're not gonna come and remove your pampers, how do you call pamper, your diaper off your ass. That is your responsibility to do. Let's go. Okay, you see what he's saying here? He said, do you see this? Is this normal to you? The policeman is telling this lady and these children, is this normal to you? This, like, look at it. Is this normal to you? Like, do you sit and you go to bed and you fine with this? What is he doing? He's not being menacing. He's calling up on a conscience. Is this normal to you? Can you wake up of your sleep? Let's go.
Because there are people involved. Just you. There are no other people. In this situation, we're starting to pick things up. Come on, hurry up. We want to clean up.
Okay. He says, is there people in your house? Is there people in your house? Are you the only person? Okay. Go begin picking up your trash. So let me put a context to you. You see this house? Okay, you can see the door, the red door, right? So what this means is these people live in the house. They trash, they junk, they trash, they throw it in front of the house. They just leave it there. And sometimes it goes up and more and big and it becomes havoc. So he said to them, don't throw your trash outside. Now, I don't know if Burkina Faso really have a system that, takes away the trash, but let's stay on context that we know. We know you're not supposed to put your trash in front of the house. He said, go pick up. Okay, because the trash is not even in bags. It's like you're just throwing the trash outside. It's unacceptable. Is this dictatorship? Well, if this is dictatorship, then maybe we need dictatorship in Africa. Good sense, not the dictatorship of killing people, but the dictatorship of telling people how to behave. How about that? Are you not a dictator in your house with your children, making sure you tell them to come home on time and not to breach your rules? Are you not dictator with your little girls, if you have girls, telling them not to talk to boys and dare not to come home late after 7 p.m.? Well, if you can apply that in things that are necessary for you, how about a president who cares about his nation? Let's continue. Pick up the trash.
The authorities came and found that our spot is on the gutter, and that's not right. That's why they told us to remove it, and that's why we're taking it down now. We ourselves realize it's not right because it causes flooding and the water can't flow through the gutter.
She says the brigade came and they say whatever happening here is abnormal. But even us, we recognize that it's not normal. It's almost fell. Even us, we recognize that it's abnormal. What does that mean? It means you knew for a long time that it wasn't normal. Now, you see why sometimes you need somebody from outside to come and tell you about yourself. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it this way for you. Like I said earlier, Mike Tyson, who's a boxer, one of the greatest, needed a trainer. Muhammad Ali needed a trainer. Why did they need trainers? Now, if you were asked whether Tyson and his trainer had to fight, who would win the fight? Tyson will win the fight, clear. Now, why did he need the trainer if he would beat his trainer? Because his trainer will be behind him telling him, dude, you need to respect the time. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. Better get up and go run. Yeah, you may be strong, but you don't have the equipment, the mental equipment. Sometimes you need somebody to push you forward. And this is the role these people are playing. This woman clearly says here that she knew things that was being done was wrong. But it took this brigade to come and shake them brains and listen, wake up. And this is something that a lot of Africans, a lot of black people need. Let's continue.
The Labal Brigade came to see us and explained that our shops had extended over the gutter. So we're here this morning to try to move our shops back so there won't be any problems at any time. We need to try to move our shops back so the gutters aren't. We're here this morning to talk to each other, so I invite everyone to do as we are doing. I encourage the public to cooperate to try to see. It's for our own good to move the stalls back to keep the gutters clear and to see if...
Okay, so the Burkina Faso government wants people to behave accordingly. This man is saying he's a shop owner, okay? He's not a stupid man. He says we understand what the government wants. They want our, kiosks and boutiques to not be very close to the water canalization. We need to move backward, and it makes sense. Let's continue.
Hello, how are you? How is your morning?
Listen.
Okay. When you look at your garage with the 6 meters there, do you think it's consistent?
Wow, let me stop right there. He says, hello, how are you doing? How is the morning? Okay. When you look around you, your garage, this is a garage where they go fix cars. Yes, they do it outside. When you look around you, do you see this is normal? Let me repeat myself. This man is a police. He's from the military brigade. He comes to see a civilian in an African country, and he says to him, hello, how are you doing? And how is the morning? Okay. Now, sir, do you see what's happening around you? When you look around you, do you feel like it's normal? He's not even shouting. You know what I'm talking about. You go see to Nigeria. Look at that. This is Nigeria. That is the police speaking to a civilian like he's a criminal. Okay, sorry. It's not about bashing Nigerians today. Nothing against Nigerians. And it's not just Nigeria. This is another country in Africa. Now, let me put it this way for you. It's very simple. In Africa, policemen perceive themselves as superior to civilians. If you don't know it, now you know it. Yeah, they call you civilians. It's like you are worthless. Yeah, that's the truth. When a policeman speaks to a civilian within their right, they feel the need to impose force or to scream or to shout or to belittle the civilian. In most cases, rare are the time where the police will ask you to do something, please move from the side without necessarily having to scream, shout, or make noise. Okay. Now this man, as you can, this is Burkina Faso. It's not the rest of Africa. Now Africa is massive. If you don't know, we have 54 different countries, 54 different mindsets, and with each country you find multiple tribes. Some of the countries that have least tribes, South Africa is about what, 11 languages. Well, you take Congo, DRC, you have 200 and something different tribes. Nigeria is like 400. So, you multiply that by 54 different types of people. And this man is clearly showing you we can do things differently. I can speak to you like a human being with respect. Sir, look at what you're doing. Is this normal to you? Let's continue.
There you go. There's no problem. What is certain is that we're giving you until 1 p.m. You have until 1 p.m. to clear all these vehicles there.
Okay.
There you go. It shouldn't open because you're occupying the 6 meters there. When you look at it, does it look nice? There you go. So you have until 1 p.m. to clear the vehicles there. There you go. If we come back at 1 p.m. and it's not cleared, well, what's going to happen? You'll see what's going to happen.
You heard that. You have until 1 p.m. to come and remove all these trucks you've played. I mean, the man is a mechanic. Okay, so the garage is basically where you fix the cars and the trucks and the stuff. So because he's a mechanic, he doesn't have a warehouse or whatever you want to call it. He has the street, meaning just in front of his house door. That's where he fixes cars. And the more clients he gets, the more cars he has around him. Now the police say you can't do this, brother. Well, you have until 1 p.m. to remove all this stuff. Well, if at 1 p.m. you don't remove this stuff, you're gonna see what we're going to do. He didn't say we're gonna beat you up, we'd throw you in jail. He just said, well, respectfully, you're gonna see what you can. Let me know how you feel about this. Is this dictatorship? We all know that Ibrahim Traore is a human being who makes mistakes, okay, like everybody else. He's not perfect, no doubt about that. But as he understood that you cannot talk about development in Africa without talking about behavior first, okay? Well, some African countries have understood this. This is Rwanda. Well, in Rwanda, something very interesting happens. Every month on a Friday, the last Friday of the month, everybody in the country has to be in the street doing what? Cleaning the street. They will get into the gutters. They will remove all the trash, the nonsense out of the street. So in every avenue, every family must assign either somebody or everybody must be in the street washing and cleaning. Now, this is not limited to only African people. Whether you're a tourist, you white, you Chinese, everybody's involved. Well, why am I mentioning this, you're asking? Because in some other African countries that have tried to do like Rwanda, whenever it was a tourist, they're like, Mr. Tourist, you don't have to touch. Let's the little savages do it. Not in Rwanda. Okay, now that's positive. Why? Because you get to see your neighbors. You create a real community when you're cleaning once a month. Number two, even if you don't say hello to your neighbor, you're obliged to say hello to your neighbor to create a relationship. Because I know many Africans don't like their neighbors. They don't like saying hello to their neighbor. I'm sorry, I'm telling you the truth. We're always going to spill the truth here. You expect the neighbor to say hi. There are few African countries where people actually greet each other imperatively. In some some African countries, people just look at each other like the sack of potatoes in the past. Now, when you have to clean together, you create a community. You know everybody in the neighborhood. If you have somebody intrusive that does not belong, everybody knows, we don't know who this person is. You know what I mean? And that's security for the country. Let me know how you feel about this. Does Africa need a level of dictatorship? If this is dictatorship, how do you keep things clean if you're not cleaning your heart? Government can't clean your yard. Government can't remove your pampers or your diapers. You gotta do it yourself. They won't clean your mouth. You need to wake up in the morning and brush your teeth. It's not their responsibility. You need to do your part for them to do their part. The other thing that's very important, when you get people to clean, they have a sense of responsibility. They don't throw cigarettes, papers, and condoms in the street because they know they're going to be the very same people to pick up these things. If not them, their children. Therefore, they become responsible. Let me know how you feel about this, fellas. You haven't dropped a comment. We need your comment before you leave. This is not a mono, whatever you want to call that thing. This is about discussing with respect, all within the limits of respect. I appreciate you. I want you here. I want you to stay. Let's all do this and let's drop comments so we can read each other and we can progress. Does Africa need a level of dictatorship? Because let me put it this way for you. If you gave the entire Africa, that matter black communities in general, the entire freedom the way it is, you know what they're going to do? When they're pissed off with the president, they're going to take shit from the baby's pampers or diaper and put it to the face of the president. Say, Mr. President, you're not running the country appropriately. You need to step down. Poof. Why did you do this? It's my freedom of speech. Yeah. Freedom of speech comes with maturity. Same with anything else. Gaddafi's country was not a democracy, but people were happy. Is this what we need, perhaps, at this very level? God bless.